Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Time to take that walk and go see what's in the fridge today. Hello everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. Thanks a bunch for stopping by, I certainly do appreciate it. Today's beer comes from Masthead Brewing Company. These guys are in Ohio. This is their YIRG, and it's an American Imperial Stout coming in at 9.5%, and it says it's an Imperial Coffee Stout. And on the bottom of it, it says it was canned on 08/24 of 2020. It says they're in Cleveland, Ohio. It says on the can here, at Masthead, the only beverage that approaches our love for beer is coffee. YRG is a bold testament to that love. We've taken roasty, luscious, and full-bodied Imperial Stout and let it age on whole bean Ethiopian YIRG coffee. For our friends at 6 Shooter, you will find the addition of a light roasted YIRG dials up the chocolate and earthy notes of the stout while adding subtle notes of berries and Darjeeling tea. To all the other coffee lovers out there, cheers. Keep cold, drink fresh. It does have the ABV and the can-don date on it. Big 16-ounce plain Jane can with a stick-on wraparound label. Let's jump over to Untappd. They don't have the IBUs. They have the same description I just read off the side of the can. So, we've got all the information we need. So, final beer of the evening for me. Let's pop it open, get it into the glass, and see what we got. Pitch black coming out of the can, guys. I'm not pouring very much yet, so we're going to stand it up and then aggressively pour this beer. And we're going to do the little swirly swirl, which will intensify that head factor quite a bit. And there we go. Nice cascading effect on the beer coming up. 2 fingers of head, full glass, nice tight bubbles on the side, nice creamy head on the top. That's a really good looking beer, it really is. Over into the light, I'm not seeing any at all. It is pitch black, a really good looking coffee stout. Let's get it to the nose. Oh yeah, coffee is standing out. Big time coffee notes, guys. Roasted malt, hints of caramel toffee, black molasses. But the coffee is taking up half the school bus seats. Big time coffee notes. Wow, smells awesome. Smells really, really good. If you like a barrel-aged version of this, throw you a little bit of bourbon in it. Yeah, that's all you got to do. I've done that. I have done that. Kick it up a notch or 12. Smells good. Let's dive in. I'm a coffee fan, guys. I'm allowed to have a couple of cups in the morning now, and that's it. So, smells good. I'm getting the coffee. Oh yeah, that's a tasty beer there. Big time coffee notes, roasted malt, hints of black molasses. Very pleasant. Very, very pleasant. To me, the alcohol is fairly well hidden for a 9.5%. Wonderful coffee aroma and taste on this beer. And I bought this beer, and I had to go to the craft beer store across town to get it. This will be a really good one to throw you a little bit of bourbon in there. Really good. I may buy this beer again and then do that. Throw me a little bit of bourbon in it, and there you go. You got your bourbon barrel version of it. Very tasty. Very, very tasty beer. I don't think it's a tin beer, but it is very pleasant. It's exactly what it says it is. This is a coffee Imperial Stout. A little swirly swirl one more time. Get the back end poured into the glass. Get it all out of the can. Guys, I had a stout in the closet. Had a 4-pack. And I had one of them explode recently. I don't know why. It was in a bottle, but it exploded. I don't have any idea what caused that to happen. I mean, there was a mess in there. I had to wipe the doors and the shelf down and everything. And the bottle, I mean, it blowed out a chunk of the glass on the bottom of the bottle in the 4-pack. And it was a Founder's beer. It was a Founder's beer. I have no idea what caused that. I have no idea what caused that. That's a defect in the bottle, and it finally just gave away or what. But I pulled this can out, and I'm going, why is it so sticky and stuck to the shelf? And I got up there and looked, and it was all over the shelf, and I had to wipe everything down. Sometimes that happens. I mean, it does. Doesn't happen much with cans, but bottles seem like it's more prominent for that to happen. So another reason why I think the cans are a good option to go to. They're not going to break and explode usually. I've never had a can. Now, it may happen to me, but I've never had a can explode. I've had several bottles explode. So, with that being said, let's sip on it, and we'll come back and do the final chug and grade. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on it for a while now. This is a very tasty Imperial Coffee Stout. Not world class or outstanding, but very tasty. I enjoyed this. I picked this up because I didn't have a lot of Imperial Stouts to review. A lot of the stuff that's been sent to me didn't include a lot of stouts or anything like that. So I went over there and picked up some stouts. This is very tasty, and if you want to kick it up a notch or 2 or 12, put you some bourbon in it, depending on what you want, how much bourbon you want to taste, capful, jigger, how much bourbon you want to taste in the beer. You can do that. You can make it to what you want to taste. If you want a bourbon barrel version, you can do that. You can make it yourself at home. So, and do that, please. This is a 9.5%, and if you throw bourbon in it, it's going to kick it up quite a bit, depending on how much bourbon you put in it. So, please drink responsibly, guys. If you're drinking this out, make sure you have a designated driver. It's a 9.5%er. Drink responsibly. We're going to leave it at that. As far as I'm concerned, it's a very tasty coffee stout. I'm getting the coffee notes. They're there. They're prominent. They're up front. They're very tasty. Good coffee stout. Final chug. Still, now that it's warmed up to room temperature, the coffee notes are there. They're there. They're off the chain, guys. Very impressive. Very well done beer, guys. It is. It's exactly what it says it is on the front of the label here, guys. A very nice Imperial Coffee Stout. And it is. It is a very nice. Beer Advocate has NA. Only one person has commented on this, and they gave it a good grade. Over to Untapped. Only one at Beer Advocate. 585 on Untapped. Imagine that. Anyway, they have it at 4.15. It is definitely an A beer, guys. I'm going to give it 93. 93 from me. A little bit better than an A minus. A little bit not quite to the A scale, but very impressive beer to me. And I may buy this beer again. I may buy this beer again for go-to beer and not re-review it and throw a little bit of bourbon in it just to kick it up a notch or 12. I enjoyed this beer. It was very tasty. And you can modify that. You can. I mean, depends on what you want to drink and how big a beer you want to drink. I could see me buying this beer again and throwing a little bourbon in it. I can. I definitely can. So, with that being said, 4.15 from Untapped. That's in their A- range, and I'm giving it the same grade, but in the, not quite to the upper end, but the middle of the A- scale, 93. So, Masthead Brewing Company, this is their YIRG Imperial Double Coffee Stout. 9.5%. Big boys beer. Drink responsibly. Drink it at home. Don't think you're macho man. You can drink one or two of these out and drive somewhere. Don't do it. Don't do it. Alright guys, if you've had this, let me know what you think. Till we meet again, let's go see what's in the fridge.